Once. So one of the most unique VR games that I've ever played might not be exactly what you're expecting. Now, when you think of unique, you think of experiences that you might not be able to take part of in the real world. Maybe like going into Skyrim and shooting dragons with arrows, or just going into any virtual world that is kind of next world. But for me, surprisingly, I saw this game on the PlayStation Store, and this game kind of blew my mind, mainly because of the technical kind of capabilities of the game, in that it really does feel like you're playing ping pong. Now, ping pong is always one of those things I've really loved playing, but having a table like this in your house requires a lot of room, and it's kind of expensive to buy one. But probably the biggest thing here is that you need someone to play with you. And as you may know, I don't have anyone to play with. But anyways, on a more serious note, it is really fun to play this game because you're playing against an opponent that's pretty good, and you don't have to do annoying things that you would have to do in real life, like go catch the ball, go run around. And for the most part, you could get some really fun action here playing ping pong. Now you might be wondering, well, does it really feel like you're playing ping pong? Well, actually, surprisingly, yes. The game has pretty good audio cues when the ball's hitting the table. There's various control methods to rotate the paddle. You could rotate the table. You could move the table forward, adjust your position. It's pretty customizable on how you can kind of control the game. But in terms of the input and the tracking, it works really well. Probably the best tracking implementation I've seen almost in a VR game, because you really can hit that ping pong ball and it feels really good. It's kind of like Wii Tennis on steroids. So this game is pretty basic, however, despite the good implementation of tracking and customization settings and stuff like that, there are a couple skins that you could kind of buy and progress through your kind of robot character. But overall, the game is pretty simple in that it just kind of has a practice and campaign mode. I guess later on there's going to be multiplayer mode, and I think when they add that to this game, that's going to make it really fun. I can imagine that kind of sparring with someone, having good banter, staying in the lobby, playing multiple games, making friends. It sounds like a really, really good time. So if you haven't heard of this title, I encourage you to really check it out. I think it's a great example of how accurate tracking can be in VR and how you could do something in real life inside VR, and it really does feel very fun and like a new experience, even though it's probably something you've done before. I could actually see this game being used to practice ping pong, because you're really using some of the same techniques, holding the paddle in various ways, and hitting the ball, spinning it is really cool. Anyways, guys, I thought this was just a really cool game. Haven't really seen many people talking about it. Let me know what you think down in the comments down below, and I'll see you again very soon.